Hey guys, welcome to Unit 5. This is video 4B in our 8-part series. Today's video lesson is on finding costs to store. So just imagine for a second that you owned a store and you sold gum, for example. The cost that you buy the gum is going to be cheaper than the cost you're going to put on the gum to sell it to the customers that walk in. Why? Well, you want to make a profit. You want to make money. So when someone comes into the store and buys gum, even if they pay 80 cents for it, you want to be able to make some money on that item so you can buy more and then continue to sell it and be able to pay your bills and be a successful store owner. So here are a few examples. So please make sure that everything you see on screen, you are copying it into your notebook. So a store sells an item for $100.80. A store owner, so as the store owner, the item is marked up 80% from its original cost. So that means whatever it cost, the 100% the store paid from whoever, they added another 80% to that price. So the question is, as a store owner, how much did the item cost to the store? So let's take a look at this. What do we know? The selling price is $100.80. This is actually part of the whole number. We're trying to find what it was before the markups were added. The markup is 80%. We also need to remember that this $100.80, we need to add 100% to that, because as a store owner, I not only had to buy the item, but I also had to add an extra 80%. So when I bought the item, say it was $10, I had to pay the entire $10. I had to pay 100% of the asking price, plus the extra 80% on top of that. So we pay the original cost plus the markup. So for P, we're going to use 180% or 1.8. So we're going to still use our formula A equals P times W. So our cost, or the cost that we're selling the item for, the $100.80, is our part. Okay, we're trying to find the original whole number with a markup added to it. And our P is 1.8 because it's not only the 80% markup, but also the 100% that we paid for the original item. So to isolate W, we divide both sides by 1.8. Okay, if you take your calculators out and divide 100.8 divided by 1.8, we get $56. So this means the store bought an item, shoes, a dress, a hat, whatever, for $56. So they took that $56 and added an extra 80% to it. So they sell it to you for $100.80. So some of you might be wondering, well, what the heck? Why are they adding so much more to this item? Well, the store, they have bills they need to pay. They have electric bills, employees they need to pay. You know, they have all sorts of bills that need to be covered. And if they took this $56 dress and sold it to you for $56, the store is making $0, so they wouldn't be able to survive for much at all, if at all. And even if they sold it to you for $60, there's so many expenses to running a store, they wouldn't be able to survive and keep the store running. So they charge you a markup so they can pay for all the expenses as a store owner indoors. Here's example 2 of 3. So a bicycle shop sells bikes for $91. Okay, so this $91 includes a 30% markup. find the cost to the store. So let's think about this. What do we know? Well, we're trying to find the original whole number. Sorry, I don't know what's going on here. We're trying to find the original whole number, which is the cost to the store. We're trying to find our percent. Well, remember, our markup is 30% plus the original cost of the bike, whatever the store owner paid, which equals 130%. And as a decimal, we write it as 1.3. And we also know that A, our part, the selling price is $91. So what are we going to do now? We're going to use A equals P times W. We're going to substitute for A, P, and W. So A is 91. P is 1.3 times W. We divide both sides by 1.3. So if you take your calculator out and do 91, divide 1.3, you get an answer of 70. So the store, as an owner, they were able to buy a bike for $70, and they add on an extra 30%, and your buying price as a customer walking in, you would pay $91 for this bike. Okay, again, remember, you can pause at any time you need. We have one final example, and we are done with this series. So the owner to a store sells a pair of shoes for $85.10. His shoes have been marked up 15%. What is the cost to the store? What do we know? We know the selling price is $85.10, so that's our A. It's part of the original whole. P, it's 15% plus our markup of 100%. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. The markup of 15% plus the original cost to the store, which gives us a total of 115%. This is wrong. This should be 1.15. I'm wondering if I did the rest of the work wrong now. Okay, and W is the cost to store before the markup was added. So, we use A equals P times W. 85.10 is our A, equals to 1.15 W. Remember, we want to isolate W, so we divide both sides by 1.15. If you grab your calculator and divide the left side, you get $74. So the original cost to the store was $74 before the extra 15% was added on. All right, please bring all these notes and any questions you may have to class tomorrow. Thanks for watching.